What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Sasser House. I am so excited about today's video. I love to crochet and I love being able to teach other people. So I thought that it would be really fun for us to make a simple crochet garland for our Christmas tree. If you have never picked up a crochet hook in your life, this is the perfect project for you. It's real simple and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. For this project, I'm using Red Heart yarn, and I'm going to use 2 balls of yarn and both strands at the same time to give it a nice thick texture. If you're using a thicker yarn, then you can just use 1 ball of yarn. We're going to start by making a slip knot. Now this is pretty much the beginning of any crochet project. You're going to start with a slip knot to put your hook on. So I'll show you one more time. You're going to cross the yarn over itself, and I like to just reach my fingers through the loop and pull through. Just like that. And then you're going to pick up your hook and insert it into the loop and then pull those 2 strands of yarn until they're tight right there around your hook. Now the strands connected to your balls of yarn is your working yarn. The other strands are the tail. Don't worry about that, we'll weave it in at the end. So you're going to start by putting the yarn over the hook and pulling through. This is how you make a chain. Now a chain is really the foundation for any crochet project. So I'll show you again. Put the yarn over the hook and then pull through. So as you can see, we have 2 chains. They look like little braids or a V shape, and that's how you can tell what your chain is. So for this project, the length of your chain is going to determine the length of your garland. So I didn't count how many chains I made. I just Googled the length that I needed for a 7.5 foot tree, how long that garland needed to be, and mine needed to be about 60 feet. So I just kept making chains until I got to my desired length. One of the most difficult parts for me to get my head around when I was first learning to crochet was trying to be able to determine where my chain spaces were. So we were just looking at the front of our chain and it makes those beautiful V's, but we're going to be working into the back bumps for this project. I usually work into the back bumps for all of my crochet projects, but especially for this, it's going to give us a much nicer finish. So the stitch that we're going to be using is a half double crochet, and we're going to put our first half double crochet into the second back bump from our hook. So you put the yarn over the hook and then you insert into that back bump. Now you're going to put the yarn over the hook again and just pull through the back bump. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to put the yarn over the hook again and pull through all 3 loops. This is your first half double crochet. So to show you that again, you put the yarn over the hook and you're going to work directly into the next back bump. This truly is the hardest part, is just making sure you can see where each chain space is. But from here on out, you're working into each and every back bump on your chain. So yarn over the hook, insert your hook into the very next back bump, and you're going to put the yarn over, pull through just the back bump, pull up a loop, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. Put the yarn over the hook and pull through all 3 loops. I promise this is very simple once you get the hang of it. Practice makes perfect, and this is the only stitch you have to know for this project. It is just 1 row of half double crochet. Once you get to the end of your chain and you work your very last half double crochet into the last back bump, you're going to just simply make a chain to tie off your project. So do your last half double crochet and then just put the yarn over the hook and pull through that loop. Now just take a pair of scissors, cut the yarn, and then you're just going to pull the yarn right through that loop and it's going to tie off your project. Once you've pulled that nice and tight, you're going to be left with your 2 tails, and we're going to weave those in at the end. But I wanted to give you a close-up at what this half double crochet stitch looks like when you're finished. I think that it is so simple and so beautiful. Next, take your yarn needle, and using 1 strand at a time, we're going to weave in our ends. I do this about 3 times, working my way back and forth across the end of my project to make sure that it's never going to come undone and to tuck away those ends. So I just insert my yarn needle and I pull through, and then I work down the other side, and then I'll work back up the other side one more time, and then I'll just snip the yarn. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This whole project took me about 2.5 hours to do, so it's quick and easy and great for beginners. Y'all let me know in the comments below if you would like to see more crochet tutorials on our channel, and be sure to like and subscribe if you're new here. We'll see you on the next one.